In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take files that you thought were crap, and when I say that, I specifically mean when I shot with my Canon, specifically my 85 f1.2, because I love that lens so much, but I can tell you that I had so many issues when I shot wide open with that. All these images were so soft. So if you zoom in, you can see how ridiculously soft this was, like so bad. So now with all this new technology, it's actually kind of amazing what you can do. So this is just in Adobe Camera Raw. This is straight out of the camera. Obviously we shot this at sunset, and I used back in the day an ice light. And then my husband made me another continuous light. Now we've got Stella Pro lights, as well as many other brands that are way more powerful than these were. So obviously you would have much better results. But for all intents and purposes, we're just going to go with this. We did use a smoke bomb. It was a blue one, which really worked well with the kind of burgundy-ish colored parachute dress that we used for this shoot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our basic adjustments, and then I'm going to just pull it into Photoshop, and I'm just going to really quickly show you the AI tools that I use now to recover files that normally were never any good. We're just going to pull up our highlights right about there, pull up our shadows, pull up the blacks a little bit. I'm also going to add some warmth to this right about there. But I'm going to come down to my color mixer, and I'm going to reduce the saturation in the yellows because I don't want her hair to be yellow. I'm not concerned with her skin because I can affect the skin in Photoshop. So go to the oranges. You could look at reducing the oranges, but honestly, we want that pop of orange in the sky. And having that color on her face doesn't bother me at this point either. Okay. I'm going to come back to my light and just pull those blacks up a little bit more, something like that. So let's head over to our masking feature. And for this, I'm going to choose the background. And I'm not sure what it's going to pick because it's kind of all over the place. But I'm assuming it's not going to choose the dress. If it doesn't work, I'll just pick the sky. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, so we're going to come down to our color temperature, and we're going to warm that up. We're going to add some magenta in as well. So something like that. We can reduce our exposure down just for dramatic effect. Increase the shadows, increase the blacks. Pull that exposure down a bit more. So something like that is, for me anyway, perfect straight out of the gate. I'm going to click OK. I'm not going to do too much with her. And obviously the next thing that we want to do, so this is the before and the after, so you can really see how amazing that is. I'm going to go ahead and flatten it, but the next thing I'm going to do is duplicate my layer, and I'm going to choose our human light stand. And I'm just going to let generative fill do its thing. Voila, like magic. But we do see a bunch of stuff over here. So just scroll through your options and see if there's any render that's better than that one. That one to me is better just because it's handled the road way better. Okay, so that's good. We're just going to do this basic. I'll show you the finished edit after, but I'm just going to show you the basic tweaks that I do to fix these files. Command J. We're going to zoom all the way in. You can see all the grain because it was dark. So what we're going to do first is we're going to remove the grain. So filter, Topaz Labs, Topaz Denoise. So the nice thing with Denoise is that it does apply its own sharpening as well. So it's kind of an all-in-oneer, really. We're just going to increase this a little bit if it will let me. So look at the difference. I say that is pretty amazing considering what we started with, and that's on standard. If you go through your other ones, they're going to give you different versions. And a lot of times I like clear because it really does help with the skin. Let's try low light. I actually like that one the best. Let's just zoom out so that I can make sure it's not too crazy. So that is the difference. So much better. Now, for those of you that have used Topaz Photo AI in the past, regretfully, since they've updated it and they're forcing you to buy the new updated version, I find that it really doesn't do squat. Like, it does not help at all. So I won't be using that again because I really don't think that they should, issue new upgrades and then make you buy it. I just think that's just not the way it's supposed to work, guys. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that layer again, and now I'm going to come into Topaz Labs Sharpen AI. So first step, get rid of the noise, because obviously we shot at dusk, so this had some grain to it. And then the second one is we're going to come into Sharpen AI and see what it can do as far as further sharpening goes. So you can look at the hair and know that that is crazy. It's entirely too sharp. So we're going to go motion blur normal and see what we get. And sometimes it's a little heavy, it's a little ridiculous, but remember that you can mask it on or off and adjust the opacity as well. Let's go to soft normal. Perfect. The hair looks normal, everything looks really good. Click apply. So now when you come in, you can see some artifacts, specifically in the eyeballs here. The hair looks really bad. So what I would suggest is I would reduce, first of all, the opacity, something like that. Hold Alt or Option, grab a mask, soft brush, and I'd probably even reduce my flow down and just see what we get if we come in. I'm trying to avoid those lines in her eye. A little bit on her mouth. I did like what it did to the hair here, so I will add a little bit back, not too much. So before and after. So we actually have essentially saved this image with these two steps, because prior to that it was ridiculous, wasn't it? Okay, so that's how you can save files. Like, you don't have to throw them away. You can actually go, oh, you know what, I can save this now. So all the new tools in Photoshop and the new software from Topaz, hugely beneficial. Wildlife photographers love Topaz AI because of all of the amazing things that it can do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys.